Morning guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. This video is actually going to be about a few cars, so stay tuned guys, because you're going to want to hear every single part of this video, because it is going to be based around some upcoming projects that you will be interested in. We're going to start with the Range Rover Classic. We've had absolutely loads and loads of interest in it and it's been absolutely incredible. It's actually been amazing based on this old classic car, how many people really are interested in it and what's going on and the future for this car. So I thought that it's best today, we're not working on the car, I'm going to do a video and basically tell you the plans for this car. There is quite an exciting thing that we're waiting to hear back on at the moment on this car, and I'm not going to find out until midweek next week, and I will be doing a video on that immediately because there's a good chance you guys can get involved in it as well. But we'll start off with the Range Rover. Me and Chris have had a good chat about where we're going with it and what we'd like to do with it. I'm going to start off by saying about the pre-MOT test that we took it for. From that inspection, you can probably tell we've got a very, very good basis here. This is a good car. A lot of people are talking about the restoration process, and we've decided that we're not going to do a nut and bolt restoration on this car. It's too good, to be fair, and we want to keep it as original as we possibly can. So I just wanted to tell you from going forward what we are doing to it. And we'll start off with under the bonnet. Guys, we're going to give this engine a full refresh. We're going to give it a real good clean up. We're going to take away all these yellow pipes that somebody's put on as an afterthought and change them back to original black. It's got bright red coil leads on it. They're very old. We're going to go for a new set of OEM black leads to bring it back to originality. We're going to get in there, get the rocker covers off, try and hopefully get them soda blasted and get them back to completely original. And the plenum here, the airbox, these have a black air, like a funnel airbox on them, and we are trying to locate one of them at the moment. We'll have that powder coated and we'll have that put on there. So all the ancillaries, the belts, the servicing, we're just going to go right through the whole lot and change as much of it as we need to, change any of the pipes, bushings, everything under here, so that when you open the bonnet, it doesn't look restored, it looks original and it looks in fantastic condition for a car of this age. Again, we've already got the main thing. We've got this under the bonnet here. It's already original and it's already in very nice condition for its age. The radiator in the car, we've looked at that and it is reasonably new. It obviously got changed at some point previously to us getting the car. Everything else seems to work on it. We haven't checked the aircon yet, we haven't checked the cruise control, but they are all things to come in the future. The battery, we're going to get the cover for the battery, we're going to have that repowder coated and cleaned up and all put back together. We're just going to give it a complete refresh under here and make it look completely original and in really nice condition. Moving to the outside, sorry, I've just moved out the shot there. Moving to the outside, the car is in brilliant condition considering it sat in Chris's yard for 9 years and it has never had any paintwork by the look of it. We've been right round it. So our plans for this car is we are going to have a full respray done on the car. That's every single part you can see on the outside is going to be getting repainted. And you can probably see where I've walked around it in previous videos. We've already got a pretty good basis. There's no rot on the outside of it. Most of the panels are aluminium and there's no oxidisation, so it is pretty much a flat off and it's going to be a repaint. There is a couple of little minor car park things that we've noticed in it. I think it's in the driver's door, it could be in the passenger one, but that will be getting repaired. We will have that dent pushed out from the inside and we will get this looking absolutely beautiful but keeping its originality. Obviously the new paintwork's not going to be original, but there's no repairs done outside it whatsoever. So guys, that is our plan for the outside of the car and the engine. Moving to the inside, me and Chris have actually been through everything. Chris had to drive it to the MOT. Quite a lot of you will find this funny. I couldn't, because I couldn't reach the pedals because the electric seat and the driver's side doesn't work. So that we are going to have to repair. The heated seats work fine in the front. The back seats, there's nothing wrong with them at all. Both electric windows in the front, all working. Save me going for everything that's working, guys. The things that are not working is that driver's seat. The back windows, both sides, the regulators are making a noise, and when we went to put the windows down, they both dropped. So we are going to have to put 2 new rear regulators in there. The only other thing inside on this car that needs replacing is the roof lining. Chris has done a bit of research and he's found a company that makes those. So we are going to be ordering a brand new roof lining for it. It's not an original one from Land Rover because they do not make them anymore and they're not available. But it's as close to original as we can get. And that will be the inside completely buttoned up. You've seen me have the camera inside. It is in amazing condition for its age. Moving on from that is going to be the underside. Now we took it for that MOT. Me and Chris was actually more shocked than anybody else because it's so solid under there. It really is nowhere near as bad as we thought it was going to be. So underneath, we're actually going to repair all of those sections that come up on that MOT sheet. We're not going to... Sorry guys, it's typical. Somebody always rings me when I'm filming, and I did want to watch it back anyway because I could see that the top of my head was out of the shot. Yeah, underneath it guys, we're going to be going through doing all the brake pipes, putting all new ones on it, brake hoses, brake lines. We're going to be putting new discs and pads all the way through it. They're available and they're very, very cheap. So we're just going to do it. All the calipers, we're going to be giving them a refresh and just going through putting new fuel lines in it. We're just basically, all the shocks, all the rubbers, all the bushes, it's all available and it's all going to be replaced. We're going to give it a complete refresh underneath, but keeping the originality of it again. We don't want to start cutting out big sections and welding them in when it really doesn't need it. We want to try and keep it original and just replace those sections that need replacing, and then we'll go underneath and give it a full repaint or a wax oil, and just, you know, we will have it looking absolutely amazing under there. And that is going to be all the videos that are coming in the near future. I'm going to be putting out my regular videos of the salvage cars, and we're going to be moving on to another project in a moment that is going to be coming over Christmas. But this is going to be a project that we want to get done reasonably quick, but there's going to be various videos of the updates on it. So we'll be doing a video of under here, a video of the inside, a video of the underneath, and obviously of the brakes, etc., all that sort of stuff. The one thing I did forget to mention, obviously the wheels will be going over to Smarts. They'll be having a full refurb, all 4 of them. And we will be having 4 new tyres put on it. The tyres are like new on this car already, and they're in good condition, but because it's been sat outside, one of them was flat, we don't want them tyres on there. They're too old, they're far too old. So guys, that is our plan for the LSE Classic. I want to pick up on a couple of bits. People that don't really know what these are, quite a lot of you do because of my title, and other people that follow them know what it is. But for those of you that don't, guys, this is a Range Rover LSE Classic with the Brooklands kit on wheels. Soft dash. This is a very, very rare model. Chris done a bit of research, and the soft dash Brooklands model, they only actually made, he will shout out and correct me if I'm wrong, but they did only actually make 170 of these, is that right?
What is red?
What is red? They only made 170 of this long wheelbase soft dash with the Brooklands kit. So guys, that is going to be it on this car, but obviously there is a lot of videos to come on it. We're now going to move on to another car. I'm going to actually pick the camera up and walk you around this car. Now this car, me and Chris actually bought for a reason. And a couple of people in the comments last night, I've tried hard to keep this out of the videos, but a couple of people spotted it in the Range Rover video and straight away said, is that a diesel? What's the plan with it? So it kind of let the cat out of the bag. but I'm not one for secrets. You've seen it now, so we're going to tell you the plan. Quite a lot of you will already know, you would have guessed straight away, that this is a 2.7 TDV6 diesel. Now, some of you will know, but quite a lot of you, I should imagine, don't know. This has got the same engine as a Discovery 3 and a Range Rover Sport. And that video on the Range Rover Sport was very, very successful, lifting that cab off. And Chris said, Rob, I actually fancy a Discovery 3. Now, guys, if you look all over the internet, they're very, very available, very cheap, with blown up engines. So we planned on not only getting Chris a new Discovery 3 with a knackered engine and put a low mileage Jag engine in it, but this, sorry guys, yeah. So we absolutely rinsed Chris's Discovery of parts to use on the Range Rover. Chris only uses that Discovery around his farm anyway, but he thought, yeah, do you know what, we'll upgrade it, and not only is he getting a new car out of it, it would make absolutely great content. I'm going to open the bonnet actually, so that you guys that don't know that these are the Range Rover Sport engine, as you can see, and the Discovery, it is exactly the same. These are twin turbo, I believe, and the Sport and the Discovery are single turbo. This come up down at Copart. It's very low mileage and it was well worth the money. So we decided that we're going to purchase it. These engines pull around the Range Rover Sports and the Discoveries, and them cars weigh about 3 tonne. These cars are about 1 tonne. So that same engine has a much better life. It doesn't work nowhere near as hard. To get a Range Rover Sport engine or a Discovery 3 engine, they're available. Companies, they'll take your car away, they'll repair it and bring it back with a Recon engine. They're £3,500. We actually paid £1,000 for this car, and that was an absolute bargain. I've actually put it on charge because I want you guys to hear how good this engine is and how good it runs. It sounds absolutely incredible. There's not one little noise. I'm not going to run it for too long, guys, because where it got hit here, it did break the water pipes, so I will turn it off. But this car has done 80,000 miles, so it's going to be an ideal engine. So that was the plan. We was putting it out there. We was looking for a Discovery 3, but unfortunately we had some bad news. And the bad news, guys, was on the Range Rover Sport that me and Chris did the cab lift. No, it did not go wrong. It did not blow up. The engine in that car was absolutely incredible after we rebuilt it. And my brother, it sat here for a while, he taxed it, insured it, and he ran around in that car for the best part of 2 to 3 weeks. He's an avid fisherman, and he takes that car fishing. Now, him and 2 of his friends took that car fishing on, what day was that, Chris? Tuesday. This week, they went fishing in it. And guys, he's gone through a huge puddle. He's got the front of the car stuck right in there. He sucked water up and he has locked up the engine in that Sport. So after all that hard work that me and Chris put into it, it's now got a problem with the engine. The car was actually towed out by a recovery agent, and the car is actually at that recovery agent's. As you've seen in previous videos, there is a 7.5 tonne lorry in the yard. That doesn't belong to me or Chris. Chris stores it here for somebody. And we're waiting until that chap turns up this afternoon to ask if we can borrow that lorry to go and collect the Sport from the recovery yard. So guys, we are planning to do a series of fitting this engine in that Range Rover Sport. And we're going to start it straight away. As you can see, we've brought the Jaguar in. We're going to get involved and get this engine out, get the car gone, get it scrapped, and then get the Sport in, get the engine out, get them side by side, because there's a lot of differences. We're going to swap them over, put the uprated oil pump on this one, do both the cam belts, give it a good service, and we're going to be doing a full cab lift on the Sport again and fitting this engine. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that we might be able to save the engine in the Sport. It might be the bottom end, it might be the top end. So in the future, we can still buy a Discovery 3 for Chris and rebuild an engine and put the engine in it, which is going to be another cab lift. I know that people really enjoy it. I'm just going to have a little quick walk around this car, guys, because quite a lot of you might want to see it. It is a Category S. I bought it out of Colchester Copart. And there's no other damage on it apart from that damage. And as you can see, it's very, very nice inside. It's a shame, but they're just not worth anything anyway. They're not. If we repaired this car, it'd probably only be worth about £1,500. And we know that that engine is a lot more valuable. Guys, there is quite a lot of different stuff. Even the oil cap, they write Jaguar on it, but it's identical to the Sport. So that basically, I just wanted to put this video out there today and let you all know what was going on, what was happening, and what was coming in the future. Quite a lot of you that follow me on Instagram, if you haven't already, at Salvage Rebuilds, do keep saying, Rob, when's the next video? And I really like it, and I just want to get it out there for you guys. So that is the plan. The Range Rover Sport, like I said, the Range Rover Classic, there is big news coming for that on Wednesday, possibly. Soon as we know, you will know, and I think you will all gonna absolutely love it. The Jaguar, we're going to get involved, get that stripped out. We'll try and document a bit of it and do a video maybe, Chris, of removing that engine. That'll make great content for everybody, won't it? So we will do a video on this, possibly today, possibly we haven't worked out when we're going to start it. It's probably going to be early next week. But you can bank on, over Christmas, there's going to be an incredible series of us fitting a Jaguar engine in a Range Rover Sport and doing another full cab lift. That will be the end of the video today, guys. I hope that's answered quite a lot of your questions. And as usual, if it hasn't, please put your questions in the comment section down below, because I love sitting there in the evening when I upload this video, reading your comments. I know I don't answer you all. The comments I've been getting between 1,000 and 1,500. Every time I upload a video. I love answering you all, but sometimes I just don't get the time. Guys, if you get a heart on your comment, I have read your comment. That I can assure you. It's just trying to get through them all, and I like to make sure that everybody knows that I have read their comments. If you haven't already, check out the merch store. Quite a lot of it's going. It really does help the channel. It helps support the channel. And we would really appreciate the support. Yeah, I'll stick a link in the description for the merchandise. Also, guys, the Fiat 500, I've popped up there this morning. They need to flat and polish it. The paintwork's come out incredible, but because of that colour, they had to blend across the bonnet, they had to blend the bumper, they had to paint right down one whole side of that car to do the repairs in the dents in the wheel arch, the front wing, and then when they got to the quarter panel, they had to blend right round into the back end of it. It was a very, very awkward colour. So awkward, he said to me, please don't buy another one this colour. But yeah, guys, that is another video that will be coming shortly. Sorry, I am waffling on. That is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.